Hello everybody, it's the, what is it? It's the 18th of February today, and it's actually not bad at all. It's, weather-wise, it's 5 degrees according to my car display today, but there's very little wind. Apparently the temperatures are going to rise over the next few days, but it's going to become wet, so really I wanted to get out and do something today, and I've decided to use this pot, which is quite a shallow pot, and I'm going to pair it, or triplicate it, I don't know, with this rock and a tree. And I'm going to use this rather delicious Acer palmatum Seiryu, which I posted a short about just recently, and I'll try and find a better picture. It has this glorious filigree cut leaf and gorgeous autumn colour. So first things first, we'll get this one out of the pot and work the roots a little. Okay, so let's see what the roots look like. Not much in the way of root, to be honest. This gacky compost that it came in hasn't, well, seems to have sat very wet over the summer, which, what am I talking about, over the winter rather. That's not as exciting as I'd hoped, and I'm wondering, well, the tree is alive, or is it just dead and doesn't know it yet? The roots don't look great, do they? However, if I do the fingernail test, the bark is still green underneath, so I'm hoping what that means is the tree is still alive. No, it's not got a lot of roots. What it has got have grown straight downwards, and if I'm going to get it to sit flat in that tray, I'm going to take off a bit, not too much, yeah. Okay, also, whilst I've got it out of the pot, I'm going to deal with this section. I have three branches coming from the same point, and I think I want to remove that one and that one. And I'm looking at this, as I have been over the winter, as my front, and I think I want to put a little bit of wire on that branch there and just bring it out. Probably a bit long. I like to reuse wire where I can, so just anchor that around the trunk. That gives a little bit more interest there. Got a double branch here, so I'm going to take that off. And that one at the front, I'm going to shorten that back to a set of buds, and that. On that, and that. Okay, well, that's all the work I'm going to do on that tree. Fingers crossed it survives. Scoops is here keeping me company as usual. He's trying not to be on camera, but yeah, the old man's still with us. And yeah, old man. Looks good kill. Okay, out with the debris and in with the pot. And I'm again going to use these rounds, hard, firm rounds of potting mash that I found last year worked really well, and I don't even wire them into place. As long as you're careful adding the mix, they will sit there quite happily. So using my normal mix, covering up those first of all, and adding a thin layer. There's not a lot of depth to this pot. I may have to mound the soil up somewhat for the tree. So I'm looking, having the rock in about there and about that position, and then I'm thinking the tree next to it, somewhat like that. By George, it almost looks like it might work as is. If I can get the soil in without disturbing it too much. Before I get too close to the tree, fill in around the sides of the pot where there are no roots. And then we'll use my little scoop that I got last year, and which I found was really, really useful repotting time. So I know some of you will be saying, why haven't you wired that tree in? You should be wiring the tree in the pot. I rarely do that unless the tree is particularly unstable. Some trees are just naturally kind of top heavy and won't stand up no matter what you do. As you can see, this tree is cooperating quite nicely, sitting there quite stably, and so I'm fairly confident that, provided I keep it sheltered away from any storms and such that we might have, or dare I say it, next to us a kitten, then once it starts to root into this mixture is quite heavy, and will probably be okay. And I know centrally it's kind of central in the pot, but I actually quite like it in relation to the rock, and I've been kind of playing with it, with the positioning of the rock and imagining how the tree will go, and I'm hoping that the canopy will sort of come over the top of the rock. That's how I'm kind of seeing it in my mind's eye. Okay, now I can fill in the rest with the bigger scoop. And we'll worry about giving it a good old gardener's tap, surface roots and things, if the tree survives and keeps on growing. Sorry, you were drooping a little bit there. So there we have it, tree, rock and pot. label's not going to fit no more. I'll have to use my memory, which isn't the best, but there you go. I'm going to give it a quick drink. The water is flooding out of the bottom of the pot, which is good. Sometimes with your pot mesh, when you get a bit of grit or something, I've had it where the mesh has become blocked, and then it hasn't run out so well, but that's running out really nicely. I'm really quite pleased. The tree is a little wobbly still, but stable enough. As I say, I'm going to put it in the shade house away from cats and storms and let it grow on. I'll pop the can in for scale. Give you a 360 once more, and then all that remains is to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Do all the usual YouTube things, the liking, the subscribing, comment below, but mostly please stay safe, everybody.